Ghostbusters.
Back in 1984, the original Ghostbusters left a mark on an impressionable young me. I started liking Bill Murray movies, I developed an interest in the paranormal, I could quote this movie backwards and forwards. It was the first movie I owned on VHS. It shaped my personality into the sarcastic asshole you see before you. And it's still one of my all-time favorites. I've been waiting for a follow-up since the second one. Then they announced this movie, and I got excited. The original Ghostbusters were not going to be involved.
It's okay, she seems peaceful. My name is Erin Gilbert, Doctor of Particle Physics at...
But I was still curious, so I went into this with an open mind. Ghostbusters 2016, directed by Paul Feig, and stars Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, and Chris Hemsworth. You pretty much already know the story. Look, it's not really fair to try to compare this to the original, so I'm not going to try, but it's still going to happen.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh,
Did you want to?
Sorry, I'll let you.
This is a reboot. They're trying to go in a different direction, and if you can accept Christian Bale becoming Ben Affleck, I think we can deal with this. This one dismisses the original because the director wanted a world new to ghosts. They didn't want any previous ghost busting. They wanted ghosts to be a new phenomenon to people, and that's fine. Let's be different. And of course there were cameos in here from the original cast, and it was pure fan service. They weren't playing their original characters, of course, and anyone could have played them. But I have to say, it gave me a grin every time one of them came on. I was like, hey, it's so-and-so! And they had the decency to open the movie with the original theme song. Which is good, because I'm not a big fan of remixes. The commercials are downright misleading. Some of the scenes or shots in the trailers weren't in the actual movie. And it was all kind of cut together, kind of joke, and it was a little disjointed.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
And a lot of people were complaining about the ghost effects, but I actually kind of liked them. I like the style, and you can kind of see their bones kind of shimmering through. It was an interesting look. It was very different. And the cast was pretty good. McCarthy and Wiig, they were more of the straight man character, or straight woman, pardon me, and their friendship was more of the emotional center of the movie. Chris Hemsworth, it was hysterical. It was kind of a gender-flipped, dumb blonde. And Leslie Jones, I thought she was going to annoy me, but she actually had a pretty good character. But Kate McKinnon stole the friggin' movie. Every scene she was in was just pure gold.
The hat is too much, right? Is it the wig or the hat?
There's some gross-out humor, but who says women can't make dirty jokes? Bring it on. I actually laughed more than I expected in this movie. I got the sense that a couple of scenes were cut out. Without spoiling anything, you had the characters that were in this place, and in a few minutes they were in this place, and you don't get a sense of what happened in between. Also in this one, they spend more time constructing and improving their tech. In the original, the Ghostbusters were fully equipped on their first ghost call. Also, since they're wearing nuclear accelerators on their back, they fall on their back a lot, and somehow it doesn't damage it. They should make phone cases. Okay, I thought the ending was a little weak in scale. The bad guy, I was kind of a letdown. He had his reasons for why he was doing this. He reminded me of a lot of people I knew in real life. I probably should have been nicer to them. There's a big fight at the end against a ghost army that you see in the trailers, and the scene is still pretty exciting. But it lacked the cataclysmic tone of the original. I mean, you were going against an evil god. But all in all, I enjoyed this. I was entertained, I liked the cast, they had great chemistry together. It's not even close to the original classic, but it's really not trying to be. It's trying to be its own thing. Maybe they weren't different enough. The hatred isn't really deserved. But tonally, it reminded me a lot of the real Ghostbusters. I saw it on a matinee Saturday morning showing. There were no crowds. The theater was half empty. And it made me a little sad because I felt like some people are probably missing out. And it's actually a pretty decent movie on its own. It doesn't destroy the Ghostbusters legacy. Ghostbusters 2 did that back in '89 all by itself. But this one is worth seeing, if you're a fan of the actors especially. Also, I've always wondered, and this is true in the original, why do some ghosts look like people and some don't? I have a theory. The longer you're dead, the less tied you are to your human form. You become more of a concept of yourself. Like Slimer, maybe he was once a gluttonous guy. If you have a theory, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. So that was Ghostbusters. If you like this video, click that subscribe button and encourage my behavior. I'm Tom, this is a newbie, thanks for watching.
That stuff went everywhere, by the way, in every crack.